What if I told you, move over Michael Saylor, move over Andreessen Horowitz? What if I told you Tim Draper is absolutely, hands down, crypto's quiet king? Um, and as a matter of fact, you could probably say move over Warren Buffett, move over, Kathy Wood. Tim Draper is probably the best investor in the last 40 years. Just move over all those people. We'll get into it today. Plus, remember Solana FUD? We're going to take a little look at that. And as always, before we get started, cue my guy, Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on that Blackrue investing. Best believe it was Blackrue investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue investing. Best believe it was Blackrue investing.
What is up? What is up, guys? What's up, crypto warriors? What is up, crypto? What is up, Blackrue crew? Considering a name change, what do you think about the Crypto Rue podcast? Just something at least I can use on my Google displayed name to let people know when I give super chats and whatnot that it's not just Ruel here. That's a guy who has a podcast and that they can come over and check it out. What do you think? Blackrue Investing, the Crypto Rue podcast. Let me know. Just kind of thinking about it. But yeah, guys, exciting show for you guys today. When I did a little mind map, and shout out to people like Token Nicer. Shout out to the XX guy. Shout out to Red Pill Podcast. Shout out to people who do mind maps because they definitely take time. I was amazed in how much time it took. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let's go ahead and share screen here. We're gonna do entire screen. Boom, boom, boom. I know it's the infinite mirror, but hey. Let's go over to our mind map here. Oh, let's say a shout out to everybody in the chat here. What's up, Patrick Collier coming over from the Maximus Crypto guys? Shout out to Tim Shea, another Maximus Crypto guy over here. Tim Shea, the mayor of crypto over here. We're gonna talk about the king of crypto, but Tim Shea is the mayor over here. What's up, Brand G? What's up, Shutter Down 101? What is up, Cryptwork? What is up, people? Glad to have everybody in the house here. And yeah, what's up, Brand G? I don't know if I said your name, but I'm going to say it again here. But yeah, let's get to this mind map. So I didn't do like the fancy pictures on a mind map. I didn't have time for that. Maybe we will do that later. But as you can see here in the middle, there's just so much, bro. There's so much. Here, let me. Of course, when I get on here, my mouse starts spazzing. But you can see here, there's just so many tentacles of this beast. Okay, excuse me. So where to start? Okay, there's Tim Draper here in the middle, and what we're going to go over here is like all the different things he's invested in. Let's look at the major tentacles. Of course. Hold on one second, guys. Jeez, this is really stopping me here. My bad. Okay, back. So if we look at the major tentacles of this guy, Draper Associates, okay? Down here we have cryptocurrency exchanges. Okay, there we go. That's what we wanted. Draper University, early companies invested, Bitcoin, Draper Dragons. And we're going to go over all this today because it's very insightful. Okay. It's very extremely insightful. Okay. And I guess the first part we can start on with this here is Tim Draper's father. Okay. Bill Draper. Okay. Now let's follow this link here. Okay. We went over once before on another podcast of ours that his father is Skull and Bones. So um, he's the same Skull and Bones year as George Bush, like senior. Okay. He's still alive. He's like 90 something years old. But this is from the Draper University website. Okay. So the Drapers, they have their own school. Okay. And the school is just dedicated to basically having entrepreneurs come there, do a specialized program, and get their business launched. Okay. So I have no idea what it says Tim Draper and Bill Draper actually work on paper, but it seems like they have a almost endless supply of money. Okay. So this is from their website, and let's check out what it says here. Bill Draper needs no introduction. If you're a nerd of history of Silicon Valley, in case you haven't heard of him, he founded Sutter Ventures, one of the first 3 VC firms in Silicon Valley. Okay. He's seen the entire making of Silicon Valley before it was even called and became what it was today. So we've always speculated that crypto is on the same kind of trajectory as the internet when it first came out. That was always a speculation based off price and stuff like that. But here we have actual kind of proof. So the guy who kind of created Silicon Valley, William Draper, his son is now kind of creating the crypto market, the whole cryptocurrency infrastructure. So the just the depth of what I just said, I hope it's not lost in that literally kind of the same family that created Silicon Valley is now creating crypto. Okay. So just let that sink in. And I think we can go to his Wikipedia here and it'll show that he is a member of Skull and Bones. I don't know why they chose to kind of have this. This picture looks a lot worse than the one that they showed on the other one, but so here you go. Graduated in 1950, the year after George Bush, and is a member of the secret society Skull and Bones. So Bill Draper almost makes George Bush look like the other guy. You know what I mean? You know, when you think of Skull and Bones, you just think of George Bush first, and then you kind of don't even think about the other however many people, like 13 or 14 people that are in the picture. But he almost makes George Bush look like the other guy. Okay. So understand this is his father. Okay. Now the next place we should go is understanding that Tim Draper, is an initial investor in Coinbase. Okay. So let's get there if we can. Again, this computer is going to be replaced next week. I'm for sure about that. Next week it will be replaced. Let's see where we put it. Okay, I think it's here. Coinbase. So okay, so these are all the exchanges he's related to. Okay, we'll get to wherever the heck we put the link on Coinbase, but he's related to Coinbase. He's an initial investor there. We got Gemini Exchange, DC Exchange. This is in India. Virgo CX, which is in Canada. Uno coin, which is in, I had never even heard of this, but let's follow that link right quick. All his investments, okay? India, another India one. Rise, which is an exchange where you can pay people in crypto. Like all of these are his investments, and I can show you where we can find that in a second here. Rise is the fastest and most flexible way to hire, onboard, and pay globally distributed teams in cash crypto off one place. Okay, supporting all these different things. Okay. Lemon Cash, which is in, I believe, Argentina. This is also an exchange that's underneath the Draper wing of things. Okay. Invest in your future, buy crypto. Believe this one is in Argentina. Okay, so let's close that one out. And let's go over here to Gemini. I already have loaded up this link here. And we looked at this once before here. Let me see. Gemini receives investments from a new group of crypto industry leaders. And here it says BIA's investment, and I didn't even put BIA on this list. That's another one that I need to put on this mind map. And Gemini has been done via Draper Dragon, a BIA and venture capital investor and advocate. Tim, let's go. Let's see if we can bring up Tim Draper's. Draper. Okay, because on his wiki, you'll see that he is initial investor of Coinbase. So we got Coinbase, we got Gemini, and inputting in Coinbase, right? That lets us know that also too, Coinbase has an investment venture side. So Coinbase Ventures, so that probably means that everything that Coinbase Ventures invests in, Tim Draper has a piece of it. So thereby, all of the Coinbase Venture coins, it almost insulates Tim Draper because you don't realize he's actually invested there because he's invested in Coinbase, but Coinbase is investing in whatever coin, right? So, and you can see here, most prominent investments include Baidu, Hotmail, Skype, Tesla, SpaceX, AngelList, Solar City, Ring, Twitter, DocuSign, Coinbase, Robinhood, Ancestry.com, Twitch. Crazy amount of amazing investments from this guy. And it again tells you how kind of the news, like, right? They focus on Kathy Wood. They focus like no disrespect to Kathy Wood or no disrespect to Warren Buffett, but no one they don't talk about Tim Draper as much when it seems like he has a way better portfolio than they do. So let's see here. Okay, we got various things that are saying that he invested in Coinbase, but let's see if we can find that. Let me see if we can find what is it called? His investment firm. It was DF Draper. Okay, it's okay. So, well, you guys see it. You can see it right here. So, initial investor in Coinbase. Okay. He also, and it says here, received Silk Road Bitcoins. And we have that link here as well. If we go down here. Okay, this might be Silk Road Bitcoins. This may be another link to something else. We want to redirect. Go ahead, redirect me. Okay. Okay, so this link is from Wall Street Journal, but one of the things it leads us to is not only Coinbase, it leads us to Ledger and Tezos. Okay, so he was an initial investor in that as well, and we can pull up. Okay, here we go. Initial investor. So this is what we wanted. Draper. So this firm, it was called DFJ, Draper Fisher Jerviston. You can see some of their venture capital investments. We went over these, but this eventually ended up turning into Draper Associates. Okay. And if we go over to Draper Associates, well, let's do let's go over to Draper Associates. So Draper Associates, this is the hugest arm, and this is most of American crypto. So we got Tezos, Bancor. There's this firm called Norris, Ethermail. We got Propy, Unstoppable Domains, MakerDAO, Polygon, at Argon, Morpher, Lunar Crush, Jur, Factum, ETH, and let's just go to the Draper Associates link. So you got Draper Associates and you got Draper Dragons. And the reason I believe they separated that is to continue kind of the farce. We know it's a farce. I don't know, like mainstream media doesn't know it's a farce. There's this whole farce of China versus the USA or China versus or USA versus Russia. When you actually look real high level on it, a lot of the people that are like huge people, they're investing in everything, okay, on all sides. So it continues the farce of, okay, he's American, we got Draper Associates, and then Draper Dragons, the Asian side of the firm is separate from Draper Associates. It just continues that farce. So our portfolio, there's a huge portfolio of different things. I didn't go over all of them, but I just singled out some that were in crypto, like Bancor, like Bit Refill. So that's a payment for Bitcoin. I had no idea that he was behind Bit Refill. Of course, Coinbase, which we covered. There's just so much. Etherscan, I didn't put that on the list, but apparently that's there too. And if you guys see something that's huge that I missed, please let me know. I'll go through these kind of as slow as I can. Hotmail. Of course, we covered Tesla, which is in here somewhere. Lemon Cash, we did. Let's click on Lemon Cash right quick because you'll see, I think it'll say that it's in Argentina. Latin America. So literally he's okay. And Argentinian crypto exchange raises 16 million to expand into Latin America. So he has exchanges in Latin America, Canada, America with Coinbase, India. He has 2 Indian ones, Coin DCX, and then the other one that we saw, I forget the name of it. But he's literally bringing crypto to every piece of the world, and this for me makes me even more bullish on Swift because he's going to need a conduit to pass all this stuff around. Okay, he's going to need Swift to be able to pass all of these funds around. So we'll leave the Draper Associates link here and we'll come back to it. But let's go now over to, okay, we'll leave early invested funds and or companies, and we'll come over here to the Draper Dragons, okay? For some reason, some of my links don't seem like they're showing, but okay, Draper Dragons. We got a whole bunch of different companies that are in BRICS nations, if you will. Thundercore, which we went over before, Oasis, and we can give you some of them through cryptorank.com. If we go Draper, apparently there are a lot of Draper stuffs, but let's go Draper Dragon, okay? Which shows me there's maybe even more that I can add to this mind map, right? And when they say about for it, they say is an early stage venture capital fund focusing on Asia, U.S. cross-border technology investments, okay? And we're looking now, I believe. So let's look at the portfolio. Now, of note, they do not list Thundercore and they do not list Swift on here, even though Swift and Thundercore list Draper Dragons as the top in their portfolio, okay? So we got VeChain, Oasis, IoTex, Galaxy, Quantum, EtherFi, CyberConnect, Shinto, Dmail, Global Derivative something, Global Derivative Exchange. So another exchange there. Define, Do It Protocol, Pontoon, Crop Bytes, Safety, Frogworks. And then you got some other ones like what we covered, Virgo CX. We did cover that. So these are other crypto investments that may not necessarily have a coin, but there are crypto investments nonetheless. MachineFi, Ballet, Coin DCX, which we were talking about, another exchange in India, Apollo, Token Insight, Club NFT, Cybertino Lab. So these are other ones. Philippine Digital, which seems like Asset Exchange, so another exchange, but this time in the Philippines. Like this should really make you guys excited about Swift, because Swift seems to have all of these coins listed. I'm so sick of these freaking commercial pop-ups. This should make you like bananas about Swift and bananas about anything that Draper holds. Ledgers, this is a Hong Kong exchange, another exchange. This is just insane, bro. Like, and we could go over the rest of these last ones here, but you can see he's basically connected to like every exchange on every part of the world, pretty much. Wouldn't be surprised to see Antarctica exchange over here. So let's take a little bit of a break and see what we got in the chat here. Oh my God. Have I not been sharing that entire time? Oh, I did. I was. Okay. Thank God. Okay. So let's see what we got with some of the comments here. Thank you, Patrick Collier. I appreciate the $2.99 super chat. Thank you, Kid Graybo, for the $5 super chat. I would do the super chats first, but I can't really tell on this interface about the super chats. Thank you guys so much. Power at 9 talking about the skull and bones. Okay, so I see we got a ton of comments here. What's up, Joey? What's up, Gomes? Okay, we're gonna get back into it, and we're gonna have question and answer, guys. So please put all your questions over in the chat over there, and we'll get to all of them at the end here. But let's continue. But do a sort of a recap. So we got the Draper Dragon side, which is the Asian side, if you will, of the Draper arm. We got Draper Associates, which is like the American side. We already know he got the he won the Silk Road Bitcoins, right? But at the same time, he's an initial investor in Coinbase, which is like kind of like the first real exchange for crypto, right? So the entire time, this man's been like at the center of crypto and crypto investments. Gemini Exchange, an initial investor in that. Okay. So, I mean, Ledger, like, there's not a big piece of crypto really that he has not touched. Okay. Um, but let's go ahead and look a little bit at Draper University. So, okay. So we're down here, Draper University. Okay. So my man's bought a hotel and basically converted it into a school. Okay. Um, and this is out in California somewhere, I believe, as it's coming up here. So you can see 240 million, and that's like the opposite of 42, or the inverse of 42. And 42. If you ever watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 42 is the answer for everything. So they have a little bit of encoding here. Of course, we got the 33,000 alumni. Numbers kind of encode a little bit. Some people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about when I say these numbers. So we'll just move on from there. But let's go ahead and we'll go back to that. Let's go to the main page where it shows you, and again, a shield, the blue, and a lightning bolt. And you guys who are familiar with kind of esoteric and hidden knowledge, you'll know what the lightning bolt means. Okay. Okay, wow, I didn't they got a whole little spiel there. I didn't get this last time I logged in here. Or last time I went here. Basically showed that he bought a hotel and converted that mofo into a school. Okay, wow, it's giving me a lot of crud here. Let me go back. It's probably because when I first investigated this, I did it on my Linux machine, so it didn't pop up all of this extra stuff. But you can see here, Draper's the head, some other folk, a very diverse list of folks. I'll say that for him for sure. all of these people are a very very diverse list of people here. And it does say that here 70% of diversity, 101 countries, average age 29. One of the things you'll note is the company. If we go over here to alumni success stories, Quantum, which is kind of, I think it's a fork of Bitcoin. It's some type of fork of Bitcoin. And it lists here world's top 30 projects, or 300 top 30 blockchain projects. Quantum came out of here. Okay. So basically, the school is almost like a place where he can just invite entrepreneurs to be a part of the school, and he funds them and teaches them. So there's a whole list of people on here. Maybe you might know some of these companies, maybe you might not. Let me see if I can. Okay, that one was one that I knew just kind of from crypto, but there are tons of other companies in here. Helium Health, Leverage Edo, Zahara, Arcform, Roby, Lutin, Yes Theory, Luminaire VR, Olang, SensorWake, like a whole bunch of different companies here. None kind of stick out for me, right, other than Quantum, but crazy stuff. His own university. Let me go ahead and kill our Telegram here because we're getting a lot of shout out to Telegram. I think we have our moderator E in the building in the chat there. Let me quit Telegram. So Draper University, we got, okay, yeah, there were links there to VeChain and Algorand. But now let's go over to Stellar. And then we'll go to Swift. It's not giving me the right select tool. Okay, hold on. V. There we go. Okay, let's go over to, where did I say we were going? Okay, Stellar. Okay, so Stellar, if you guys weren't aware, Stellar has this deal with Coinbase. So let's look into that deal here. Coinbase integrates with USDC on Stellar. So this is very, very huge. If you've been following my channel, you've been following Max's channel, you kind of know about the ISO 20002 cryptos, you know intimately about Stellar, and you kind of know about USDC. Now, USDC, through like the World Economic Forum, through the WEF, is like, you can almost say that USDC could be a US stablecoin. It could be a stablecoin for the dollar. Okay. There are other kind of ones which you can say that they're a stablecoin for the dollar, like the PayPal USD. But let's stick with USDC here because we know that it has a world reach via the World Economic Forum. So Coinbase integrates USDC on Stellar. So that's huge. Stellar and Coinbase's longstanding relationship began with the launch of Coinbase Earn program to bring blockchain and crypto education to the masses. Starting today, Coinbase fully supports deposits and withdrawals of Circle Coin via the Stellar network. So Stellar is like kind of lining the bottom of almost Coinbase, you can think. And also, here comes MoneyGram. Users can seamlessly exchange fiat cash for USDC on Stellar and vice versa, thanks to MoneyGram, CoinMe, and supporting wallets across tons of different countries, tons of different locations. This means users can take their fiat cash and convert it to USDC. So huge connection here. This only goes to anchor the connection that Swift has with Coinbase, and thereby connecting anything on the Swift network to Coinbase, or by connecting anything on the Stellar network to Coinbase. So Stellar, Swift, Coinbase, USDC, all very much locked in and interconnected. So now, coming back to Swift, Draper can now use this as a conduit for all the companies that we saw, okay? And all the payment processes that we saw, right? So again, this should make you very very hyped up for Swift. They don't show Stellar on here as chain supported, but understand Stellar is a fork of XRP, and they do show Stellar on here as a token. Okay, so they kind of obfuscate some information from us, right? But you can see here many of the different coins that we were talking about. So it seems like all of these can be a conduit through Swift. Okay. And you can see here, if we go up, they say that they're connected to Draper, Dragons, and Node Capital, and that they have access to all these different currencies and all these different blockchain networks. So this makes me super bullish for Swift. I kind of hinted at it when I was talking before with you guys that maybe Swift would be the conduit for all these different companies for Draper, but I didn't realize the magnitude of all the companies that Draper had, okay? And all the different cryptocurrencies and all the different exchanges that Draper has. So he would need something like a Swift, something to connect them together so that all the different money can flow, okay? You would have to have that. But here I have some other things connecting MoneyGram and also Franklin Templeton. And if you guys haven't seen this, I should show it to you. Franklin Templeton and Stellar had a connection. Okay, sure. You take the cookies. This was April 23rd, or April 24th, 2023. So while they're talking all about, okay, is XRP going to make it? Is XRP going to get banned by the US? The SEC already had this up and running, okay, and already did this, right? Franklin Templeton announced today Franklin On-Chain U.S. Government Money Fund has surpassed 270 million in assets under management as of March 31st, 2023. The fund's transfer agent maintains the official record of ownership via proprietary blockchain integrated system, which currently utilizes the Stellar blockchain network for transaction activity. Huge. I even have in here the link with the SEC, which gets even deeper with this, because this had to be SEC approved, right? Even though they still gave you the game with XRP as if it would end crypto in the US, right? This had already been approved a year ahead of time. And it goes into here how this would also make it easier for real world assets to be put on Stellar. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, let me see if I can find real. Okay, 26. That's not too bad. I think it said real world assets. Okay, maybe I missed that. That might not be easy for us to find here in a short amount of time. But just to show you that the SEC had already approved this thing, it's crazy to think about when what the news showed us was, okay, crypto is hanging by a thread in the US when this deal had already been done, right? Okay. So yeah, let's move on from that because that's a little bit thick, if you know what I mean. So let's go. Okay, let's read some comments. I think we can get a little bit deeper on that, but maybe it might be a time after that to move into the second part of the show. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything here. We got all the different exchanges, and we connected Stellar with, and that also, by the way, that whole Stellar connection then connects all the ISO 2002 cryptos, right? So everything we're hearing with the strongholds, everything we're hearing with Velo, and everything with the XRP platform that's happening with Ripple Asia, all of that also can be connected there via Stellar and Swift. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, because I think I'm kind of underplaying that point, but it's really a huge point. Okay, so let's look at some of the comments before you go into our second part of the show. Well, just pretend you didn't see that. I clicked on the wrong link there. Okay, so let's look at some of the comments here. What's up? If you know, you know. What's up, Mugen? Okay, here we go. Picking it up from here. What's up, Casper Holstein? 589th. That's right. Appreciate the fist bump. Got the fist bump action going on in here. Okay, Power 9, what is up? Power of 9 knows what's up. With a name like that, you definitely know what's up. Skull and Bones realize money is free and endless. Inflation means borrowing now is better for later. Very profound in what you're saying there. Power of 9. Keep dropping that knowledge. Ruel, appreciate it, Kid Grabo. What's good, fam? We here. Don't forget, Tim went all in on crypto a few years ago. He sold all his stocks. We mentioned it. I'll see if I can find the post on Telegram. No problem. Appreciate that. Yeah, like just the profound bit of it to think about it. Again, we saw that Coinbase, one of their initial investors, was the New York Stock Exchange, along with Draper, right? So for me, it almost feels like it's not like this new thing, right? It's not like I think they always try to make it look like, okay, crypto is this emerging asset. Like to me, it's like it's this thing that's just like teetering on the edge. We don't really know what's going to happen to it, right? But to get this plan into place, to put all the infrastructure in place, takes a whole bunch of time. So I would say back then, here in January 2015, when Draper and the New York Stock Exchange gave a $75 million investment to Coinbase, back then they knew where crypto was heading. Okay. So all of this stuff that we hear now in 2024, 2023, where XRP may be banned in the US, that's going to hurt crypto. And we hear, oh, maybe they're not going to get the Bitcoin ETF. Maybe they're not going to file it. Maybe BlackRock's not going to, maybe that's not going to be approved. Yeah, effing right, bro. Yeah, right, bro. Like just this piece of information tells us all of that is fluff. All of that is BS and noise. Because the New York Stock Exchange and Draper were invested in Coinbase in 2015, bro. Like 10 years, a decade ago. They're just getting all the infrastructure in place, which we were just showing you, right? All those different exchanges that Draper's invested into. Gemini, right? Where are they? And these are just the ones we know of, right? Coinbase, Gemini, CoinDX, Virgo. Okay, this just reminds me of a point that I wanted to make here. So looking at CoinDX, right? Let's look at this. So Draper's invested in CoinDX, but this news says CoinDX launches venture investment arm, CoinDX Ventures. Okay, announced the launch of a venture investment arm to invest early stage crypto and blockchain startups. Now, one of the things they're going to nuggets are going to be a part of that investment arm. Okay, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. There's so much noise on this page. Recently, a funding round, CoinDX, but you can also probably think if they funded you, then anything you fund, they own too, right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's it. So anything they fund, you own. So taking that into account, come on. Okay, so taking that into account, I probably need to close that website. For whatever reason, that website is really chunky. They have so much going on. Okay, so added into account, right? Then everything that Coinbase Ventures invests in is probably Draper owned as well. But what this does is it creates like a buffer. So if there's something that Draper doesn't want you to know that he's directly invested in, he just has Coinbase Ventures do it, right? Or CoinDX, DCX Ventures do it, right? And Coinbase Ventures are invested in, here's like 39. This is their portfolio. So 39 pages of cryptocurrencies. So all of these can be linked back to Draper. Some of these we've already seen on this page, like Polygon, right? And I know on here is Galaxy is another one of them. So technically, you could probably say he has, since he already owns Coinbase. He owns parts of Coinbase. So everything that Coinbase Ventures owns, he probably owns too. So you could say all of these different cryptocurrencies are also a piece of his empire, right? And we could probably then come and say, all right, like I didn't do it, but you could probably then come and say, okay, which one of these are now listed on Swift as cryptocurrencies that it supports? We got PayPal USD, we mentioned that. So all of these different cryptos are probably things that can go through Swift's blockchain. I know we found Oasis Rose over here. We found all the Draper Dragon ones. TT Thundercore. But we could probably go through and try and find all the ones that are related to Coinbase Ventures as well. So it's huge. So to me, I just push back a little bit that he invested in a few years ago. Like, I think this is a plan that's been in place for a while, bro. At least if he went in on it in 2015, maybe it was in place even before that. Who knows, right? But it's been at least a decade now for Draper. But yeah, if you can find it on the Telegram, I appreciate it. Let's see here. What's up, Drake L. Owens? Other patron in the house. What's up, G? Swift. Yeah, I saw that you made that comment, man. It made me look into Draper University. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. Swift CMO Christina graduated from Draper University. So there's a connection there to Draper University again. So you can see they're inter-employing here. What's up, Satoshi Slim? 116 people watching here. That's a record. Gotta love that. Haven't caught Rue live in a long time. I appreciate you coming through, brother. I appreciate it. You think maybe it's because he can afford to insulate himself, rich and powerful? That's what I think, man. Like, it seems like he can insulate himself. Like, no one talks about him. No one like. We hear so much more about Michael Saylor, but clearly his portfolio is way bigger than Michael Saylor. We hear so much about a whole bunch of other people, Kathy Wood and stuff like that. But when we look at this man and the fact that he's done like Baidu, Hotmail, Robinhood, another exchange, Skype, Tesla, SpaceX, Twitter, Twitch, Unity, Immersion. I should have put Immersion's website on here. Because if you guys don't know about Immersion, that's like kind of AI VR type of deal. If I go to, I think we kept it up. Draper Dragon Associates. I think they'll give us a link to it. Immersion. And I saw Immersion once on the World Economic Forum's website. So there's definitely some loose type of thing going on with the World Economic Forum and the Drapers. And again, remember the Draper Dragons, their logo is a red shield. And you know Rothschild means red shield. So I'll just leave that there for you to ponder the connection there. Okay, maybe this is a different immersion. Get known for amazing video, music, and recorded content. Neuroscience for live events and brand experiences. Immersion data was better at predicting in market performance. Okay, this is a different immersion than what I was thinking of. Did you know your heart and brain is linked? This is interesting, though. Okay, this is a different immersion than what I was thinking of. Interesting. We built a platform to measure what brains love using smartwatches people wear every day. Interesting. Okay, so makes you really wonder about smartwatches, though. Like, okay, what's really happening there? But yeah, let's continue on with our comments here. Appreciate it, Joey. Real's the man. President accounted for. What's up, Gomes? SWFT was present in crypto blockchain event along with big players such as Draper, Dragons, Binance, Ripple, Blockchain, many more to name. Guess who won the project award that night? Swift run it over Ripple. Dang, G. That's priceless news there, brother. Thank you for sharing that. Woo. Yeah, this when I made all these connections, I was so freaking bullish for Swift because they really do need that conduit to connect all these different cryptocurrencies. So essentially, it could be the Draper's own personal multi-chain bank, really. Should I get a healing a miner? Wait, what? should I get healing a miner? I'm not sure what you're saying there. Okay, helium miner. Okay. I'm like, what are you doing with miners here, GT nuts? I'm like, I'm not sure this is kosher, brother. I'm not sure. I think you need to ask someone else this question, bro. Okay, yeah, helium miner. I no longer have my helium miner, and that's a very interesting subject that we can't really get into on here. But yeah, I don't have my helium miner anymore. Yeah. But I wouldn't mind mining helium. I just don't have mine anymore. Or they know and don't know. Okay. I got a small bag of VeChain. Hit the like button for sure. Hit the like button. But there's no movement on those exchanges at the bottom. Are they just laying in wake, so to speak? That's what I think. Because again, like we're the diehards, right? We're the people that really know and love crypto. We don't believe the mainstream media narrative that crypto is this fragile thing that may or may not make it. We know that crypto is up next. We know that how currency works. Certain currencies only have 100-year shelf life, and that the American dollar is beyond that shelf life, right? Right. So to me, they're getting the global infrastructure set up for crypto, and it's not that quite there yet. But again, and I keep referencing this point to people is when the BIS. Let me bring up that article. The BIS says that central banks can purchase crypto in 2025, January 2025. So I think that's probably when they're expecting most of this stuff to really be online. Right. So again, what's happening with BlackRock right now and all these other different VCs, they're converting fiat into crypto with these Bitcoin ETFs, right? Come 2025, central banks set standards, and they write this in a weird way. Central banks to set standards on banks' crypto exposure. Really, what it basically means is come January 1st, 2025, central banks can now have crypto reserves up to 2%. Okay. So come 2025, January 1st, central banks are going to start buying crypto. Okay. Huge, huge, huge. Introduces the final standard structure for banks regarding exposure to digital assets, including tokenized traditional assets, stablecoins, and unbacked cryptocurrencies, as well as feedback from stakeholders conducted in a consultation launched in June. Okay, so what are some of the cryptos you think they're going to be holding here? Probably Ripple, probably Stellar, probably Bitcoin, of course, probably Ethereum. Like this is huge news, right? And think about what are all of the things that they've been setting up slowly, right? They've been setting up um all these different infrastructures. Fed now, right? Fed now, ISO 22002. So all the different infrastructures are coming into place for crypto, right? So much so that PayPal even has their own, right? Their own USDC, their own stable coin. So all of this stuff is getting put in place, right? And you got big companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, others out here grabbing Bitcoin, right? And we know that Bhutan has been mining it for years, right? So you got Franklin Templeton working with Stellar. Like all this different infrastructure is being put into place. And you know that they focus on El Salvador as being like, oh, this safe haven for Bitcoin. But even though Tim Draper purchased a good amount of Bitcoin from the US, we're still holding a ton of Bitcoin. If you look at this site, bitcointreasuries.net, it tells you some of the governments that are holding Bitcoin. Well, the US holds 200 15K Bitcoin. China is in here next. They don't list Russia, but I'm sure Russia's holding some. Of course, the Ukraine's holding some. Germany, United Kingdom, all hold more than El Salvador. Like a ton more than El Salvador, right? And here's Bhutan, if we can believe that they've been mining for all these years and only hold 621. Okay, sure, maybe they only hold 621. Bitcoin, Venezuela, Finland, Georgia, the like, right? Here we have SpaceX, Tesla. Which makes you wonder too, right? If Tim Draper owns parts of Tesla, how much like technically then does it mean he owns some of this Bitcoin too? I don't know. How do you I guess, right? Um Gotta love CleanSpark. Look at these guys. They're going. CleanSpark holds more than a lot of different companies now. Whatever happened to I can't remember them off the top of my head. The company just came out of bankruptcy. Core Scientific. Okay, there they are. I guess they had to sell off a lot of that Bitcoin because of the bankruptcy. But yeah. And you guys know I was telling you guys about CleanSpark when it was at $1.77. CleanSpark is like at $18 to $20 now. So big win for the patrons there. That also reminds me of one that I told you guys about before that has gone on a little run here recently. Where is it? Quant X. We bought you Quant X at around like 2 cents. It's now at 8 cents now. It broke through this like 4 cent barrier that it was trying to break through for a while. They recently got some VC funding. So Quant X is on its way. Shout out to the patrons for this. We told you guys about it at 2 cents. We told you again about it this weekend, this last couple of weeks. Shout out to the Patreon. Such a great value. Less than a cup of coffee for a weekly watch list. So, and if you can't afford that, please come over to the Telegram. Links are in the description. It's completely free. We got people in there talking about airdrops, about meme coins. Shout out to Blockchain Teddy. Such a good community in our Telegram. Please check that out, guys, if you haven't already. Thanks, Cryptwork. I appreciate the love. Check out Cryptwork on Simon Family Investments show. She's done 2 on there so far. And shout out to Simon Family Investments. Shout out to the whole Gentlemen of Crypto crew. Bitcoin Zay, King Bless, Crypto and Down, Stacks, Trek with 2 Ks, Simon Family Investments. Did I say Crypto and Down? Yeah, shout out to the whole crew. And y'all forgive me if I forgot anybody. I know what this is. This is a special words. Tell me what this is, Satoshi Slim. This reminds me of something. Also reminds me of a god called Janus. Apparently, the god Janus is IYI. So there's something else going on with this. So Satoshi Slim must be in the occult and hidden knowledge realm here. This sounds like something that might be kind of XRP related. Tell me what that is. If you know, you know. Okay, gotcha. If you know, you know. Salute. Okay, this looks a lot like let's see. Tad bit of a digression here, y'all. Look up the god Janus. There's a whole bunch of things that are attributed to the god Janus, especially the number 11. Janus is like the two-faced god. So it's kind of interesting when we look at the number 11 and the fact that what the BIS is doing is happening on January 1st, right? And January is from the god Janus. But this is some crypto and conspiracy stuff. I won't continue to cover that. I'll have to do that on another show. But y'all get me down these little rabbit holes. If you know, you know what's up. Kingdom Sam, what's going on? Correction. You are incorrect. Stellar is not a fork of Ripple. The two are separate blockchains serving different purposes in the same industry. From what I've seen, that there are a fork. Let me pull something up right quick. Let me stop sharing that. Someone's mind map showed me that. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick. And I've also shown you guys on here different connections as far as like the gematria goes with Stellar and Ripple. But you see, is it this one? to say it here. Okay, so it may not say it here, but it at least shows the leadership. Let me go ahead and share this. Okay, back to this. Okay, so these are different mind maps that people are putting together. This one comes from XX_1133_1221_11, which I believe is what Elon named his child. But this is the guy on Twitter. This is his name. So you can see here up at the top here, it says OpenCoin is rebranded to Ripple Labs. Ripple Labs here. You see Jed McCaleb leaves Ripple to form and create Stellar. And I believe that is when they forked it. I'm not sure. I do have different articles that say that it is a fork. I can't think of them off the top of my head, or I would show you those. But you can see at least here that Ripple Labs guy leaves Ripple to form Stellar, right? And you got different type of information here, of course, too. Where is it? Jim McCaleb creates Stellar Development Foundation. Stellar Lumen digital assets created. David Maziers creates Stellar Consensus Protocol. But yeah, you have all of that there, and you can see Stronghold, why I'm so high on them. Sean Bennett kind of started where he created CoinEx Gateway for Ripple and Stellar. So there you can kind of see if he created a gateway for Ripple and Stellar, there's probably some type of code connection. But yeah, Sean Bennett co-founds Stronghold, and then IBM Blockchain Worldwide partners with Stronghold and Stellar. So there's the IBM connection, IBM Worldwire with Stronghold and Stellar. There's just so much. But here you can see bringing all these different people together. And I didn't realize like Elon Musk also kind of has that connection with Twitter. And so all this is coming together. Elon Musk has that connection with Twitter and Tesla with Draper, because Draper was an initial investor, right? And then you got Stellar here having the connection with Coinbase, and then Swift on top of that. So all of this stuff is interconnected. Probably had to create another mind map to make that clear. I just said it in words, but there probably needs to be a mind map to kind of really make it clear in pictures, right? Because the saying is true, right? That a picture does say 1,000 words. It's so true. It's so true. And here we have Wire, which is another company in which Draper funded. Which, if we go back here, let's go back. So Wire, let's go to Draper Associates. Let's go down. And you can see, of course, Tesla right there. You see Tezos as well. But if we continue to go down here, you see Wire. So to me, that's also showing very much huge connections with Draper here as far as payment goes. I have like so many different like things that I dragged over here to payment. Sorry, this is so there's a lot of different payment connections here. So there's Swift payment connection, there's Bitcoin, there's a lot of different payment connections, but you can say YePay, Bit Refill, with Bitcoin, which he also owns, and um, the AMP payment coin is connected to Gemini, and Gemini is he owns a piece of Gemini, so there's a lot of different payment connections here. Let me see, where is that one going from? Okay, yeah, Coinbase with Stellar and MoneyGram, right? And USDC. So a lot of it really comes back to money too, in the background of this because of the payment, right? Gemini, Robinhood. So there's a lot interconnecting here. What's the potential? What's the upside potential for Swiftcoin considering the tokenomics? What's up, Esco 215? Well, let's see. What do the tokenomics look like with Swiftcoin? I remember it being not as big as some of these other payment systems. I think it's like 10 billion, or might be wrong on that. Somewhere near 10 billion. Okay, yeah, 10 billion. Yep. Well, the highest this thing had ever been is like something like 6 cents or something like that. I think they show it here. All-time high, 9 cents. I think when we put all of these different things together and realized that Swift was probably going to be used as a conduit for all these different companies of Drapers, 9 cents is probably very low for where we can see this thing head. And I've been wanting to tell you guys, if you go check out my channel, I'm really, really high on payment cryptos. Case in point, we've seen so many payment cryptos that I've talked about. And patrons got this. So shout out to the patrons. We were in these real early. Reserve rights, right? It's another one. XPR. What's another payment crypto? AMP, which we don't show on here, but might as well bring them up too. Winklevoss twin related AMP on Gemini and the Flexa network. AMP. We told you guys about this too, like here. So AMP, there's others. XCN. So I really believe this is payment crypto's year, because like all of these systems are probably going to be turned on within the next like 3 to 4 years. Like all these infrastructures are pretty much going to be in place, and these boys will really start to do what they need to do, right? So I think all of these payment cryptos, we see them eclipse their highs. I really think this is the year for that. So I don't know why everyone's paying attention to these meme coins. A lot of these payment cryptos are sitting here under a penny, and nobody's talking about them except for like me. But I think, I think they're up next for real. And you see, again, if we go back to Swift, you see they mention all these different ones that we were talking about with the Draper Dragons, Ballet, YePay, Thundercore, Coinbase Wallet, Draper Dragon, Smart Chain, Tron, somewhere on here. So yeah, OKX, Huobi. And check out Underdog Crypto's videos where he's telling you, he gives you like a lot of connections to like Mizuto, to Huobi. He gives you those connections. So definitely check out my guy Underdog's video. Definitely check out my guy Swift Focus's video. I had the links in the description, but for some reason the way I copied them, it jacked up and I had to remove them. But please go over to their channels and check it out. I'll probably if you're watching the recording, the links will probably be in the description. But yeah, definitely go check those videos out as well. Stronghold is getting listed on MXC. What's up, Italia Grape? Yep, shout out to the Red Pill Professional. I know he had a video on that. I love checking out his videos. I know he has a little stutter, but what he recommends you do is just watch it at 1.5 times speed. I really love his videos. I hope one of these days I can have him on live or I can go on to his show. Shout out to the Red Pill Professional. Pretty cool guy. What's up, Francisco Dinas? So it's an exchange token, correct? I don't know if you call it exchange token. I guess it's more of a payment token. It has this app, right? Which I don't think you can use it in the US. Oh God, what just happened? Did I close it? I would. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm so frustrated with this computer. I'm going to be so happy to place it next week. So yeah, so see, it has this one-stop cross chain. So I guess yes, it's an exchange. It's a chain, and it's an app, like a payment app. So see, products are connected to find the best rates among a whole bunch of exchanges, DEX, SEX, bridges, and more. So yes, it is an exchange, and you can use it through a phone app, which I believe is not available in the US. Not sleeping on Jeb, never have. Yep, Jeb and Caleb. Yep, Jeb's like the man around here, bro. Stacking XLM, 100%. What's up, Sam Morgan? Haven't seen you in a long minute. What's up, Prospector? What's up, Shook Focus? We were just mentioning your video, bro. I hope you're still around. Definitely go check out Shook's video. Does a nice job of giving you Swift in a 15-minute, like bite-sized morsel. Okay. So definitely go check out my guy Shook's channel. Please share it in the chat if you can, Shook, your channel and Underdog's channel, please. What's up, Courtney Johnson? For sure, salute. Nothing new, just same stuff happens with our cell phones. Okay, but even more evasive. Yep. I think you're talking about the smart watches. Yep. 100% Satoshi Slim. Bro needs a healing. Living that RPG life. Right? I was like, wait, what are you talking about, GT Nuts? I don't know what's going on, bro. What's up, Riviera Group? Have you noticed on the latest federal tax form where they ask you straight out if you have crypto? I didn't know that. I didn't get a chance to file mine for this year yet. What's up, Sam Morgan? Pair character exaggeratingly stretching out his arm forward to offer a cup of coffee. I will definitely gladly take that coffee. Very much appreciated, bro. More monkey business. Chainlink. Yeah, chain links all in this as well. Where at least on the Stellar side, the ISO side. Do I have the link here? Yeah, Chainlink connects to Swift, the Swift, the clearing system. So let's not conflate the two. They're not. There's two separate things. Just to be clear, this Swift is a blockchain, and Swift, they already made a deal with Swift, the payment clearing system, that they could use the name Swift, and it's cool. Of course, Draper, I'm sure he smoothed that over, right? Um, Chainlink is connecting to Swift, our existing current payment system. But this Swift is connecting to in my this is like kind of my opinion based off of all the things we just connected. This Swift is connecting to all the Draper Dragon, Draper Associate crypto connections. Okay. So that in this instance, the Swift we're talking about is for the Draper Dragon, Draper Associates connections, connecting all those different sexes and dexes, like we just kind of read here in this blurb. Where was it? It's kind of literally in our face a little bit. Are programmed and select the best rates across a diverse set of exchanges, dexes, sexes, bridges, and more. Okay. So this Swift is connecting all the different Draper Dragon, Draper Associate assets. That's what it's doing in my mind. Along with USDC, and here we go. USDC base is kind of right in our face there, right? Different here, the different versions of Chainlink too. They have this one for the OKX chain. Of course, we got Quant here. So all of it's interconnected. All of it's the new financial system. All of it's the infrastructure for the new financial system that they're setting up, right? This just so happens to be from the Draper side of things, if you will. I find it weird that if crypto I have is not a security, why would I need to report it? Talk about the United States invading citizens' privacy, kind of like what I was told China was terrible for. Now, this is a harder conversation to have. They're still going to want to track your money, and just if we throw out all the noise and understand that fiat currency is going to be replaced with basically digital currency, cryptocurrency, if you will. Of course, they're going to want to have their piece of taxing it. So that's just kind of just removing the noise. They will want to tax this new system once they get it in place. Of course, they will want to tax it. But the thing is going to be figuring out how to, for them, the thing is going to be how to figure out how to stop people who want to circumvent the tax rules. That's the thing that's going to be there for them. Richard Judge, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through, brother. God bless you as well, bro. I appreciate you. A huge investor located. We gonna get that word out, bro. A huge investor located in Irvine, California, is advising the Swift team. I'm talking like a major player. So G must be very deep on this news on Swift. I appreciate you sharing, brother. Thank you so much for that. And Irvine, California, that they got a lot of deep pocket people out in Irvine, so I hear. Hey, bro, keep it coming. Hey, RB, on the latest 2020 federal tax forms, the IRS now straight out asks if you invested in certain. Yes, that's right. I do remember that on my 2020 firm. Have you invested in, sold, traded any cryptocurrencies? And if you don't answer honestly, then can they prosecute? Man, I am not a tax advisor. I would completely reserve that to your tax advisor. Yeah, I can't give information on that, to be honest. Yeah, who knows? Like, I don't know what these guys can do with tracking, what they can do as far as like centralized exchanges go, or as far as decentralized exchanges go. Who knows, bro? I can't say. Um, can we support this info with a like, y'all? I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. You know, being a content creator now, I really pay attention more to going into, as soon as I go into someone's stream or someone's video, especially if it's somebody I watch a lot, like Maximus Crypto, right? I make sure as soon as I go in there, I like the stream. So otherwise, you know, you just forget. You just forget. And it does mean a lot to pushing the video forward. It does. Got to get my XLM bags up. If you know, you know. Yeah, seeing those letters there arranged in that way, it reminded me of the Janus thing. Relating to my prior question, considering the government now has more funding to track wallets and on and off ramps, we must now declare everything. And I don't know if we're completely, this is just my opinion, this is not tax advice or anything like that. I don't know if we're completely there yet, but I think we're going to get there. I think we're definitely going to get there as they get all the infrastructure in. I think we're going to get there. Existing tax systems, I don't know that they can do that. Again, I don't know, guys. This is not advice. It's not tax advice. This is just me thinking off the top of my head. I would think a lot of these legacy systems are not in the level that they could track that stuff yet. But I'm sure we'll get there. What if you think it happens if Swift breaks and holds 0.006? Really, I think the cent level is coming rapidly. And this is something I want to bring up and talk about more with Underdog Crypto. We got some stuff going on, coming up here pretty soon. But I'd just like to hit you guys with this piece of information. Let me see if I can bring up my Twitter. So there was a post in which the BRICS nations announced that they were going to do a blockchain. And around the same time as that post is when Swift just went boom, bro. It went boom. And I don't know if that was a coincidence, but it's definitely something to watch. Man, I don't know. It might take me a while to find it now. What did I do? Okay, reply should be. So I don't think I've replied to that many things here. Okay, we'll find it here. Just give me okay, there we go. So this is replying to, so what BRICS did is, this is on March 4th. So you guys are going to have to do a little bit of research on this, but it'll be right here for you, okay? And And definitely, I have a link in the description. Come on over and follow me on X. We're trying to build the X crowd and maybe even possibly get monetized on there. And the more we get monetized, like I like I'm tripping too much over the money, but the more it enables us to do more content. That's all it is. That's all it is. So yeah, so definitely follow me on X. The link is in the description. But what I noticed here was BRICS made this announcement. Just in, BRICS announces creation of an independent payment system based on cryptocurrency and blockchain. And at that exact same time, like right after they announced that, Swift coin exploded. Okay. And here's my post. I said, is it a coincidence that Swift coin exploded when this was announced? And this is from like a really big BRICS nations Twitter, right? It's gold verified, which I believe it costs like $10,000 to do that. So this is like literally like the BRICS Twitter post. So the moment that happened, Swiftcoin went off. So that almost says to me there's a possibility that Swift gets connected to this independent payment blockchain. Says to me that there's a possibility that happens. Okay. Not saying it will, but I'm saying this happened in correlation to this news. Okay. So that's bananas for me. That's bananas for me. Yep, can't wait. The next 5 years in crypto is going to be crazy, but that also means the world is also going to be turned on its ear 100%. I'm with you. I have to they have to establish payment and utility before everything else can start to finalize. Whole new economy. Big Watch dude, what's going on, bro? See you all the time over there in the those Simon Family investment streets. I appreciate you coming over here, bro. Satoshi Slim, the world. Yep. I got you, Satoshi. No problem. It's called. Yeah, I saw that typo. I do it all the time, bro. It's called Swift blockchain, but it doesn't have a blockchain layer yet. It's ERC20. Got you. Thank you for clarifying that, G. Phantom Beat Swift can be used with cheaper ETH fees. It will be gold. Oh wow, that's something. There, Phantom Beat can be used with cheaper ETH fees. It will be gold. That's quite the phrase there. That's quite the mic drop from Phantom Beat there. And thank you, Shook Focus, for dropping in the underdog research video and your own there. Definitely check out those two brothers. I appreciate them allowing me and also providing info with and for me and collaborating on this. I appreciate you, brothers, both of y'all. Where's the best place to buy this token? You can buy it on Coinbase. Because they have a deal with Coinbase. Let me see if I can pull up that deal with Coinbase. For some reason, I don't think I put it in my mind map, but Swift Coinbase. And Coinbase specifically calls them out for cross-chain stuff. And this is in 2022. There it is. Coinbase adds the first token from a cross-chain project. Now, I'm not sure if Swift was like the first cross-chain project, but okay, here it is. July 28, 2022. The native token of Swift blockchain has become the first token from a cross-chain project to be listed on Coinbase. Very notable. Um, a notable achievement for a dedicated team. There they say it as well. Um, the company has established a track record with millions of users worldwide, blah, 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 blah. Was extensive networks of direct cross-chain swaps and is constantly aggregating more tokens. Swift has been operational for more than 5 years without a single known security breach, um, establishing its reputation for both viability and security. Okay, and then they go on to say currently the go-to for cross-chain swaps between DeFi and CeFi currencies, stablecoins, and more. And then they go into say the Draper stuff. Swift blockchain has received funding from top VCs, including Draper Dragon, and was the first ever batch of Berkeley blockchain accelerators. Berkeley, prestigious university. Um, in keeping with, and I think Don Song of Oasis went to Berkeley, and also the guy who does Thundercore, he went to Berkeley as well. Both for Asian people, Don Song and Chris Wang, um, Oasis and Thundercore CEOs respectively. In keeping with his mission to make smart chain, smart worldwide financial, blah, 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 blah. Keeping with his mission to make smart worldwide financial transfers simpler, faster, and safer, Swift Blockchain also partners with wallets and other digital asset platforms to integrate its services and help its users out with their swap needs. Okay, so very, 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 very interesting. But there you see the kind of deep connection with Coinbase that they put out this type of blurb, advertising blurb. But yeah, Coinbase is the best place. Ruel, where do you transact your Swift, and where and how are you cold storing it for long term? At the moment, I am not cold storing it. I should be cold storing it. I really should be cold storing it. But I'm not at the moment. I really should though. I really should. Um, yeah, I should be cold storing it. I should probably do that like first. So yeah, I should be cold storing it, but at the moment it's just on Coinbase. I probably should put it in my cold storage. I'm looking at possibly getting a decent cold storage. I know my guy Maximus Crypto. Shout out to Max, and big ups to Max. Me and Max are going to try to start doing a show every 2 weeks, either on his channel or my channel. So big ups to Max. It's going to be cool, kind of having that type of relationship with Max. I think he's a cool guy. Plus, he's local. He's in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area. So am I. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Be on the lookout for that. Probably going to be on Max's channel next week. But yeah, he has a link for decent. So go over to Max's channel and look at decent crypto wallet. Yeah, so definitely check that out if you're looking for a ledger alternative. And again, ledger, that's another Draper asset, right? That's where I keep mine. What project should we roll profit from payment crypto into? That's up to you, Drake L. Owens. I'm not trying to marshal anyone on that, but what I tend to do is I try to roll profits into something that's a lower cost, so I get more bang for my buck. However, I don't think that payment crypto is done in any way, shape, or form. But as far as for my portfolio, what I'm looking at doing is sometime in the middle or end of 2025. I think that's when the crypto market might peter out. And we can come over here and kind of take a little look into that. So remember, I don't know anybody that was talking about it before me, so I'm gonna say I was the first person. Um, I was telling you guys that Bitcoin would break its halving or break the all-time high before the halving. I said that. I said that like last year, the end of last year. All right. So I'm probably gonna like post a pre-recorded video with like just uh, clips of when I said that multiple times. But so what I'm thinking about, so this last halving, right? We kind of got it here. If you look at these yellow lines, these are the yellow lines kind of separating halvings. So the top of the last halving occurred in November of 2021. So basically, you could say the halving went from April 20th, whenever it halved, all the way to November 2021. So that's about a year and a half, right? About a year and a half until it started dumping out, right? And it dumped for like just a year. It dumped for only like a year, and kind of started coming back up. So I'm thinking we got probably like a year and a half. But then where do you start it? Do we have a year and a half from the halving? Because I can kind of say that the bull run happened early, right? We could say that the bull run, like, where do you want to say that the bull run started? Because here you can kind of clearly say it started here. The high for 2019 was here, and you didn't break the 2019 high until here in 2020. But hell, we broke the Bitcoin all-time high here. So I don't know. Maybe you could say that the bull run is officially started at breaking this high. I don't know. I don't know. That's something you can kind of we could kind of debate here. Um, but let's just say that it goes for another. It happened the way it did last cycle. Um, then I would say that the bull run would only go until like somewhere in the middle of 2025. Remember that information that I don't know why I closed it, but remember the information I gave you about the BIS going to actually buy crypto at the beginning of 2025? So I think that's going to send things even higher. But then where does it stop? I'm thinking sometime towards the end of 2025. I'm going to start looking at the charts and trying to pay attention to the charts to see when I'm going to get out and or at least start taking profits. That's when I'll probably let you guys know when I'm starting to take it profits and de-risk and move into like kind of stable coins. But I'm thinking towards the end of 25, middle to end of 2025 is when I'm going to start taking profits and converting them into just like stable coins or something like that. But yeah, a lot of these payment cryptos, I see them going much higher than where we are right now. But um, if you're going to try to move profits into something, what I try to do is move profits into something that's lower that I still believe in. Like for example, let's say I believe a lot in Floki. I've been telling people about that for a long time. It's on a crazy run right now, crazy run. But say I wanted to take profits from AMP, for instance, this at 1 cent. I would probably move them into something like Floki, or I'd probably move it into something like XCN because I'm getting more bang for my buck. And I see here this hasn't golden crossed yet. Technically, golden cross is when the 50 crosses the 200. What you'll notice is all the time that shows when a crypto is going to be very bullish. You see here the 50 crossed the 200 here. So this went on a run. I can show you that with like a whole bunch of different cryptos, right? 50 crosses the 200. 50 crosses the 200. The 200 is the red. This is the EMAs, right? Don't really need to know exactly what they are. All you need to know is just the pattern, right? It's the moving average or whatever, but that's less important than knowing just when the 50 crosses the 200 is a bullish signal for crypto. And you can see here, same thing for stocks too. When this 50 crossed the 200, it went bullish. This is just a signal. So I'm pretty high on XCN because that hasn't happened yet, but you see it's very, very close to that happening. So this is something that I move profits into. But yeah, that's a little long-winded answer, but I hope people appreciate it. And store and trust wallet, nice. Thank you for giving us those other wallets, Joey. I might have to check out store, but yeah, definitely check out Decent. My boy Maximus Crypto. If you go over to his channel, he has links for that, so you'll get a little discount there. I really wish it showed the emojis, man. I like emojis. I don't know why it shows some and it doesn't show others. Chills, soccer face, blue face. Okay, wow. Can't tax without legislation. 100%, Joey. That's true. And I don't know. I don't know what the legislation looks like, to be honest. Stingy Rayberry. Good morning, my brother. Appreciate you. I don't do anything with Coinbase anymore. I see. I appreciate. I understand that. Satoshi Slim. Let me see if I can. We can pull up. Let's see if there's some place we can find it other than Coinbase. But I understand that. I completely understand that. Like for instance, I love Uphold, but Uphold, they do a lot of, they take a ton of fees on Uphold. So it's crazy. Like there's crypto on ramps, and it's crazy. You know, of course, Coinbase is one of those crypto on ramps. It just is. Fiat on ramps, I should say. Okay, you can get it on PancakeSwap. I did get some over. You can get it on BSV on PancakeSwap. Uniswap, but why would you even want any of those Ethereum fees when you can go on a Binance chain and do it on PancakeSwap? So yeah, that's probably where I would get it. PancakeSwap. You could do KuCoin as well, which I don't know where you at, Satoshi Slim, or if you have access to KuCoin, depending on where you're at. But you could do it there. Huobi. Looks like you can do it on Huobi for those who have access to that. Seems like to me the easiest way would probably be Binance and just do it on PancakeSwap. If it's on Coinbase this early, that's extremely bullish. Thanks, Ruel. No problem. Your research is solid, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Are there any ISO 20022 coins? They're also AI or DPIN plays. Let me think about that. You could say Hedera. You could say Hedera, but honestly, you can almost think of all of them as AI and DPIN plays, because everything's going to kind of go through their networks, to be honest. Like anything that's connected to IBM, like a lot of stuff is going to go through IBM because IBM is like, I've heard different people, shout out to OMC on our platform, frequent watcher. He said 85% of our financial system is on IBM computers and servers. I've seen I've seen people say 95% is on IBM, right? So with that, you do need kind of AI, if you will, for that artificial intelligence to do certain things there. So anything connecting to IBM to me is would work as an ISO crypto kinda. But yeah, I'd say Hedera for sure. Maybe Casper. You can see Casper down there. Yeah. Also IOTA. IOTA is definitely DPIN. Yeah, IOTA is for sure is a DPIN. But if you're in the US, the only place you can buy IOTA is Binance USA, Binance US. So yeah, so IOTA and Hedera would be my answers to that question. Big watch, do you plus Max, no brainer collaboration. Appreciate that. Big watch, dude. What's up, Tim? Again, let's see. SafePal is a decentralized wallet, accessible to all users. It doesn't require any registration, KYC, identity verification, and it doesn't store any personal information. Thank you kindly, Scott Riviera Group, longtime patron. Appreciate you, brother. On SafePal cold storage wallets, all purchase information is even removed every 12 months. Oh wow. Okay, so SafePal is another route you guys can go. Is the Telegram still working, Vince Vegas? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I was just on it. Just go ahead and get into the links that should be in the description there. New York Tri-State. Okay, that's where you're at. Nice. There needs to be a P2P exchange where you can still DCA into different assets. Yeah. What's up, Underdog? We just got through sharing your stuff, my brother. Definitely appreciate Underdog's research on SwiftCoin. Led me into all of the stuff with Draper and whatnot. It was nice to collaborate with my brother, and we still gonna be doing more collaborations. Be on the lookout. We got some more stuff coming up with the professor soon, like back in the day, y'all. So be on the lookout. That stuff is coming. So let's go into the second part of the program here. We're going to get into this Solana FUD, okay? So over a year ago when Bitcoin was back here, and we just had the Sam Bankman-Fried fiasco, right? So Bitcoin was about right here. So this is when this video goes back to, okay? Like a year ago. right? At this point, you can say what how long ago is that? Yeah, I guess a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. So it's somewhere around here is when this video occurred. Okay. And Solana was as low as $6, not $6, but like $9, $9, $11. I'm gonna play the different clips that I got from this video, and this was on the Discover Crypto channel now, formerly BitBoy Crypto, and I'm just gonna play these clips, and this is why you should not believe everything you hear. Okay, so we're gonna play these clips, and you guys can make some comments about them, and you can just let me know what you think about them, and maybe we'll talk about it. Okay, so here we go. Here's the first clip. So absolutely no purpose to something like Solana. Okay. Um, there's a second clip here we have. We're going to play that as well. So absolutely nothing built on Solana. Here's another clip here. Okay, so Solana connected to failed Ponzi schemes. And there's one other clip here. Again, nothing built on Solana. Now, if we go to the full video here, again, this is one formerly BitBoy Crypto, now known as Discover Crypto. Let's find the exact date of this video. November 19th, 2022. So let's go correlate that to Bitcoin's price, November 19th. So right around here. Let's see if we can now go correlate that. So around 1600. Let's see if we can go correlate that with Solana's price. November 19th. So right around here when it was $16. So yeah, right around actually here, I guess. So right around. Okay, let me see. Let me grab a horizontal line. Boom. So right around $14. So right around $14 Solana, you got this coming out. Okay. Which looks like you could have actually, I was right. You could have had it actually around $6 or $7 or something like that. So this is really interesting, right? And I remember watching this video and I was like, okay, oh no way anyone should touch Solana, right? It just makes you wonder, right? What was going on? Just really makes you think about, what you can trust from what you hear. Oh, no sound, no audio? Okay. Oh, sorry. So let's go back again. I'm so sorry about that. Let me see. We'll have to share that again then. Let me remove source and share again. My apologies on that. Share screen. I thought I did. Okay, so let's do that one more time now. So again, we're gonna look at some clips from Solana. Okay, we're gonna look at some clips from around. Okay, audio's good now. Okay, so we're gonna look at some clips now from former BitBoy Crypto channel. What's up, Arm Jr.? Now called Discover Crypto about Solana. I don't know if you guys all remember this FUD, but this is again was around the November 19th area of 2023 or 2022. So we're gonna play these clips and let's see what you guys think about these. So let's go ahead and play this clip. And okay.
As an engineer, there's absolutely no purpose to something like Solana. I mean, the internet computers technology is so much more sophisticated, so much more powerful, that if you were just looking at the technology, you'd always choose to build on the internet computer. As an engineer, there's absolutely no purpose to something.
So absolutely no purpose to Solana. Was everyone able to hear that audio? Okay, got it. So one other clip here, and we'll go ahead and play this clip.
Website, and there's an ecosystem section where it says built on Solana or leading product built on Solana. That's actually false advertising. There's nothing at all that's built on Solana, nothing. And it's difficult for people to get their heads around this, but it's all built on Amazon Web Services and other clouds, and they just keep the tokens on Solana.
Yeah.
And you can have like a DeFi kind of like swap service or something like that. Yeah, you can run that on Solana. The website will run on the cloud, sure, but you can have at least you can have the smart contracts that exchange tokens on. You go to their website and there's an ecosystem section where it says built on Solana or leading projects built on Solana. That's actually false advertising. There's nothing at all that's built on Solana, nothing.
So
and it's difficult.
Nothing at all built on Solana.
And nobody knew at that point that, Voyager, BlockFi, Celsius, all of them in different ways were kind of Ponzi's, because in order to create that yield, they were having to hand these customer assets over to these hedge funds themselves.
Yeah.
Nobody knew, right? And so then these Apex VCs, and I'm not going to name names, but people can work it out. These Apex VCs then started doing things like running dinners for Solana, right, where they invited all the other VCs from Silicon Valley, right?
So connecting Solana to different various VCs, or more aptly put, connecting Solana to failed Ponzi scheme projects like Voyager and others, right? So, this is a communication tactic in which you connect something to another failed thing, thereby giving that the attributes of the failed thing also to the thing you connected it to.
And at these dinners, which people win, and nobody knew at that point that Voyager, BlockFi, Celsius, all of them in different ways were kind of Ponzi's, because in order to create that yield, they were having to hand these customer assets over to these hedge funds themselves. Yeah. Nobody knew, right? And so then these Apex VCs, and I'm not going to name names, but people can work it out. These Apex VCs then started doing things like running dinners for Solana, right, where they invited all the other VCs.
Okay, and another clip here that we were playing, I think, basically, I went into the video now, but let me see if I can go back just a little bit so we can get the part of the clip I wanted to play.
Into bootstrapping these different projects, building on Solana. And remember, it's not building on Solana, it's really building on Amazon Web Services and just keep some tokens on Solana. And then these, projects.
Okay, he said building on Solana, again, saying as if there's nothing built on Solana. So this comes from November 19th, 2022. If we go over here and take a look, we're just going to correlate this to Solana's price and Bitcoin's price. So Bitcoin at that time, well, let's just look at Solana at that time. Bitcoin at that time was at 1,600. Solana at that time, around November 19, 2022, which this is when the video says it was made. Solana was at around $13. Okay. So maybe this video kind of correlated with the bigger fall for Solana. Who knows, right? So you can see kind of after that point, it actually dipped down to like $6, right? So November. So November 19th, 2022, you could have had Solana at $13, right? I remember watching this video and I was heavily influenced by this video. I did not think Solana had anything left after hearing this video like that. But it kind of goes to show to kind of like, you really gotta weigh what you hear. You can't always truly trust what you hear, right? This was November 19, 2022. Okay. Again, let's look at Bitcoin's price at the same time. Bitcoin was around $1,700 or $1,600. Okay. So this really just had to question what you hear after this. At the same time, Grayscale still had Solana in its Grayscale Trust. If we bring that up, you can see Solana's in there now. I think it was still in there at this time. Let's bring up Grayscale. So that may have been a tip in the other direction to say, like, okay, maybe I don't believe what they're saying here, or, maybe what they're saying here is misdirection. But this is something where you kind of always have to You really have to. You can't always believe what you hear. That's just the simplest way I think of putting it. We just passed it here. Grayscale Solana Trust. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's just pretty interesting to me. It's really pretty interesting to me that you have some sources like that coming out and saying things like that. I don't know. Maybe it could be 100% true. Maybe it could still be 100% true, right? But I would not. I wouldn't think that all the things that we know about Solana and Visa, right? Which let me turn this off for just a second here, and let me bring something up. So all the things we know about Solana and Visa, I would think that someone of at least the person who was talking's magnitude would know about these things, or would be aware of some of these things, right? I really don't think that like, clearly to me it seems like misdirection. Um it's just this is for people to just understand. You really gotta watch. You can't believe everything you hear. I'm trying to be very careful with my words here. I'm trying to be extremely careful with my words here. But let's bring up something on Solana that I want you guys to see here. And I don't know, maybe I might even remove this from the video later, but for right now, we're going to show this. We'll show this part of the video. I might remove this later, but we'll see. Or I might remove this whole segment later, but really, guys, this is for you guys to know. Like, you really just watch what you hear, guys. You think some of these sources are really trusted sources. You think, because some of these people have like millions of subscribers, right? You think they're trusted sources. You think you're hearing, from a leader of a project, and they wouldn't misdirect you. But nothing could be further from it's just amazing. It's amazing. I don't know, what do you guys think about some of that there? And I'm just gonna pull up something here from Solana, or from Visa. This is actually from Visa's site. A deep dive on Solana, a high performance blockchain network. I don't know if you guys can see this. They have it in like the lightest font ever, and I think that might be a reason for that. But you could see they say somewhere in this that they're using Solana for something, for their like stable coin. Okay, here it is. Because of its speed, basically, that Visa is using this for. Okay, this mechanism allows Solana to achieve finality in much shorter time than much other blockchains. The rapid speed of transaction completion can enable better payment experiences. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, there are some reasons we decided to expand our stablecoin settlement pilot to include transactions over the Solana network. So there it basically says they're using their stablecoin pilot on the Solana network. Okay, Visa. This is Visa we're talking about. Okay, Visa. This is straight from Visa, and I would just really not think that a guy of that magnitude would not understand or know that this is going on. I don't know when this article is specifically from. I don't see like a date on it or anything. Oh, here we go. August 31st, 2023. So this is August 31st, 2023. So this was already that interview hadn't even happened yet. So I would think people would know this, especially people of that level would know this, right? So it really makes you wonder how this happened, right? Again, for a source of that has 1.4 million subscribers, right? I don't know. Maybe we remove this, guys. Maybe we remove this because I do want people to come to my channel and I don't want it certain things to happen to it, right? But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Let's see here. Okay, sorry you guys went with audio for that long of a time. What's up, my crypto space UK? What's your opinion on shorting the markets after the bull run is over? Too risky or smart money? I actually think that would be a great idea, Esco. That's a good point. That would be a great idea, especially kind of doing it in the stock market with like the Bitcoin ETFs. I think there's ways, of course, you can do it on your crypto, just like on places that offer that, like MXC and all of that. Yeah, I think that's a grand idea, Esco, actually, to put those shorts. There are different stocks you could do it in. Like I could then short CleanSpark, right? Which we were just talking about, CleanSpark. Like I could just decide to short it, which we can see if we go to the week chart. CleanSpark went from this in the bear market to this in the bull market, right? Or we could choose to short the ETFs, or we could choose to, like I was saying, go to some place like MXC and try to put in shorts there. Yeah, I would think that would be a great idea, a fabulous idea. But of course, you have to do things and to like not get liquidated, right? I haven't put in a short on MXC before. I have on KuCoin, but of course, can't use that anymore. But I don't know exactly how they do it as far as like MXC and all of those go. But I know I would hope that it would be how you put in a stock short, and which you pick like a strike price, and you can pick it out a couple. You can pick it out a ways. For instance, like if I was shorting CleanSpark, I'd probably pick it out to like, well, the shorts that I would have for CleanSpark probably aren't even available right now, because I would probably want to short it like 20 like 6 or something like that. So those shorts probably aren't even available at this point. But yeah, towards that time, sometime in like 2025, yeah, I think that would be a great idea, Esco. You still live nice? Man, I'm trying to live nice over here, bro. Number one fan of Blackrue investing here. Appreciate you, underdog. Appreciate you, brother. No sound. Don't forget the. Yeah, man. I really jacked that one up. Arm Jinger, it's nice to see you back in the house. Rue, probably a great idea to buy more bags of XCN while no one's talking about it. Swift price is up in price. XCN is more than half or less than Swift. Yes. Pause. However, I really I agree with what E is saying here wholeheartedly. I definitely I believe in Swiss future. But but he is referencing here what we were just showing as far as like how XCN has not golden crossed quite yet. Definitely not on the week chart as it golden crossed, but it's pretty close to crossing on the day chart for the golden cross, and that's when cryptos tend to be kind of the most bullish. See, yeah, I'm more of a swing trader than I am like kind of day trading, and even more out of that, I'm more of a holder. Like I don't even know if this is a term. Like I'm a hodl swing trader because like Swift, I think definitely is going to be way above a cent. Case in point, we can look at what Jasmy did. Look at Jasmy here, where it broke. It broke out of this kind of same kind of area, right? That 6.006 area to 2 cents, right? So we can't really control when that's going to happen, but this kind of happened to kind of correlate with the announcement that Japan's kind of easing up on crypto, and then that's when it went boom. But I think we see some of the same thing out of some of these payment cryptos, where they're in this exact kind of angle, this exact kind of area where Jasmy was in, right? And that they burst out and head to the 2 cent mark. We got a ton of them in this kind of position right now. Swift reserve rights, which I also gave to the patrons. Doesn't that look eerily similar to what happened with Jasmy, right? And reserve rights was so close to breaking out over a cent, didn't quite do it yet, but we gave this to you as well, right? And as you can see, that long bearish point where the 50 was below the 200, and then all of a sudden the 200, the 50 goes over the 200, and it's starting to be bullish again. And this is why, like, we really, if we were to go to an established chart, something like a stellar, we're kind of really getting started with the bull run here. If we go to something like a stellar, you could see it play out over kind of 2 bull cycles. Yeah, so being bearish for all this time, then all of a sudden the 50 crosses the 200, and we got liftoff for the entire like year, right? Until got back into that bearish spot, that same bearish spot we showed you on Bitcoin, right? If you can remember the time frame. And then the 50 crosses the 200 crosses the 50, which is actually bearish in this case. In all cases, the 200 crosses the 50, and it doesn't go back to being bullish until the 50 crosses the 200. And this one is actually kind of moving a little sideways in that. These ISO coins, I think they're purposely kind of keeping them in check. But come 2025, when the central banks can buy it, and when these things have their own ETFs, I don't think they're going to be able to keep them in check anymore. Or I think at that point they're going to have to let them kind of do their thing. So we don't have too long on these, but I just wanted to show you guys an example and how it played out over multiple bull runs. But yeah, if you look at Jasmy, you can see here that we got, I think it's going to be kind of similar action here for these payments. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to like take your Swift coin and put it into XCN, sure. I mean, but I'm personally high on both of them. I own them both to a tune of a lot of coins, and I'm waiting for both of them to do what they do. But I mean, if you're at the point where you have to choose, that's up to you. But personally, I'm holding on to both of them, as well as Swift, as well as I'm sorry, as well as Stronghold, as well as Stronghold. I am very high on all of these payment cryptos, and I think with ISO 2002, with Fed Now all being kind of online and all this infrastructure being set up, I think this is their year. Onyx Coin, Satoshi Slim, Onyx Coin. Yep, Onyx Coin. Yep. I remember people used to say always do the opposite of what like and to be honest, this time it was his channel, but he was just sitting there kind of being silent. Um, yep. Believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Yeah, I think this is a classic quote here from Satoshi Slim. Uh, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Yep. 100%. Lay Square, what's going on? That $8 soul was such a bargain. I know, Tim Shay. Like, I was just doing calculations, right? Like, if you would have bought $1,000 of soul back then, right? You'd be sitting on $20,000 right now. Like, it's crazy to think about. Crazy to think about. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through. Like, so I can't even believe it. Like you believed, like I would have been less convinced if it was coming from BitBoy himself, but coming from who it came from, I was really like I really bought in. I really bought in. And yeah, man, that was tough. That was tough. It's really tough to see that. Really tough. And that was what really got me kind of off of Solana. I had like I had three. Like I bought like three just in case, but like I would have bought way more than three. You know what I mean? Way more than three. News on Goldfinch is quiet, but I got a bag. Definitely will run out of nowhere. Yeah, let's talk about Goldfinch a little bit. Why don't we? I'm high on Goldfinch. There's some stuff for us to see just over here on CryptoRank.com, and I'm so this is like my go-to site, guys. Shout out to Deuce Crypto for showing this site. Oh no, Goldfinch has moved a lot actually. It was at $1 or something, so it's moved a good amount, and I think that see, it broke over. It broke out here this month. It broke out. So yeah, I'm high on this. Remember, max supply here is like 114, a little over 114 million. And the investors we got here, right? Coinbase Ventures. So again, remember, anything that Coinbase Ventures is in, you could almost say is Draper's, because Draper owns Coinbase, parts of Coinbase. So I could assume he could just go say, "Hey, Coinbase, I want you to go invest in this. And now it's under Coinbase Ventures with his money instead of it being under Draper Associates or Draper Dragons. So understand here, Coinbase Ventures, that's pretty much under Draper's umbrella. So Coinbase Ventures, Andreessen Horowitz, and Bill Ackman, a huge name for anybody who knows about stocks, and Pershing Square, another American billionaire. Clearly, probably not as deep pockets as the Draper family, but still a dude in his own right, right? Hedge fund manager, Pershing Square Capital, billionaire. I think of Ashkenazi, Ashkenazi descent. If you know, you know. Those guys have a big presence in a lot of stuff. Yeah, so Bill Ackman. Yeah, so when I look at all of those backers in Goldfinch here, and that limited supply, I like it. And I got some, not as much as I would want, actually. Probably gonna add to it. Because when you look at things with this supply, you definitely see them at the $10 mark. Things that are this limited supply, you definitely see them at the $10 mark. So I think this is only beginning. I think I got into this when it was like, I don't know if I got in that early. I definitely got in around $1, $1.10, $1.11. I don't know that I got in around this 40 cents area. But yeah, this was on a Patreon. I think we mentioned it at like the $1.10 area is when we mentioned it. Shout out. I'm going to see if I can get my guy Dion to come on talking about this. NYC Network. I'm going to see if I can get him to come on and talk about this and another crypto. So yeah, I hope you appreciate it, guys. I'm trying to ramp up the show, make more connections with people, more collaborations, do better thumbnails and stuff. We're trying to grow for sure around here. Using that crypto profit calculator can be painful when we see what we could have had. 100%, and that's why it's like I don't know if you guys like for new investors, I suggest you take profit, you protect your initial investment, take profit once it doubles, once it 2x's. However, for us wiser and older vets who have been in here longer, you really gotta sometimes taking profit too early is really a bad thing. And I can mention one here where I took profits a little bit too early, a lot of bit too early. AIOZ. We mentioned this to the patrons at like 2 cents, at around 2 cents. This is where we were, 2 cents. This is at 90. Now, of course, I didn't empty all my bags. I didn't empty them all. I didn't. But around here, when it got to like 17 cents, I was like, okay, I am, around 17 cents, we got rid of most of it. And here we left a lot on the table. I still have some, so I still got the advantage of all of that. But yeah, we let you guys know this at 2 cents, patrons, right? So that was one. I left some on the table with. What's another one? This one for sure. I can't think of another one off the top of my head, but there are others. I had Solana. I had 5 Solana. I sold it because of similar FUD, but I had a feeling I shouldn't sell because they're in Silicon Valley, and survived the pandemic. Yep. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. So crazy stuff here. Crazy stuff here. But yeah, guys, such a high number of viewers. We're getting more viewers on Gentleman Crypto, Twitter more than anything. Gotta get some Twitter stuff going in here. 153 people. That's amazing views for us. Thank you guys all for coming through. Hope you like the information. Draper, definitely undisputed king of crypto, and all the things he's invested in, all the things when you look at Coinbase Ventures, all the different arms of his empire, it is insane. But this should make you even more bullish on crypto because we know Draper, his father, set up Silicon Valley. He seems to be setting up crypto. So it should make you even more bullish and more certain and solid about crypto's future. If you got this guy behind it, and you saw and heard what his daddy did, this should make you even more and more bullish on crypto and even more bullish on Swift coin. Thank you, G, for sharing information. Thank you, everybody in the chat who shared information. I hope I didn't miss any super chats or anybody, any regulars in here, and acknowledging all the names here. But thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Your boy's going to go out and get some food because I'm hungry. So have a good one, guys. Catch you guys on Wednesday. I'm out. Peace. Have a good one.